You know, traditionally, some Christians would feel like intimidated by the secular scientific narrative because of the idea that faith and science might be in conflict.
Sure.
Based on your own journey through secular academia, what would be your core encouragement to believers who would want to engage intellectually with a debate about origins?
Sure. So I'm a Christian myself, and I also spend a lot of time in the scientific community, and so I understand some of these concerns and the ways people feel. I think, number one, it's important to understand that there are thousands and thousands of scientists out there who are Christians, or you could say thousands of Christians who work in the scientific community. So it's very, very possible to be both a Christian and a scientist. And many of these people hold, PhDs and positions at mainstream universities, just like the non-Christian scientists do. So the idea that you cannot be a Christian and a scientist, I think is just, it's not supported by the evidence. We see numerous examples of this. However, if you're asking the question, does the scientific evidence challenge or does it support belief in a creator God? Basically as Christians, we believe that there's a creator God. I would say that the evidence is very consistent with belief in a creator God, because what we see in life is information. What we see in our universe is information. The laws of the universe are finely tuned to allow life to exist. This suggests that some superintelligence basically carefully crafted the laws of nature so that we could be here having this conversation, okay? When you look at what's in the cell, we see that at the heart of DNA is a language-based code encoded in our DNA. We see that our cells use information processing to convert the information in DNA into a usable form. And what is that usable form? Well, our cells are literally producing protein-based molecular machines, okay? But where in our experience do things like language-based code, computer-like information processing, or machine-like structures come from? In all of our experience, those things have only one known cause, and that is intelligence. So I would argue that, to say that there is a creator, a mind, an intelligence behind life in the universe is very, very consistent with what we have discovered through science. So I don't see any consistencies between being a Christian and being a scientist. In fact, I think that the two really mutually support one another. I know different scientists have different ways of reconciling, if they're a believer, reconciling their Christian faith and their science. But for me, I've always felt like the evidence is very much, if you believe in a creator God, there's a lot of evidence to support that kind of a view.